Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I have another replay from World of Tanks 2016 Gunner, who I will be calling Gunner for the rest of this video. And today, he is in the Tier 8 Japanese tech line battleship, Amagi. Now, not is it only a Tier 8 in a Tier 10 game, each team only has 3 Tier 8s, being the carrier, a Tier 8 battle. I think both teams have 2 Tier 8 battleships. I think it might be the cruisers, I'm not sure. But anyway, so he has been up-tiered to Tier 10. He is in a completely stock Amagi. Only has 59,000 health. His range is only 18.1 kilometers, which is barely a kilometer over his detection range. And on top of that, his only captain skills are preventative maintenance and expert marksman. That's it. And he's been double up-tiered. Now, matchmaking has been kind enough to where he isn't hard up-tiered. And what I mean by that is that, yes, this is a Tier 10 game, but I believe there's only 3-ish Tier 10 ships per side. So that's going for him at least, but this is a crappy situation nonetheless. Tier 8s, when they're fully upgraded, they can handle Tier 9 games okay-ishly. But when they're completely stock, even a Tier 9 game's pretty bad, let alone being in a game with Tier 10 ships in it. So keep that in mind. And this is a pretty dang impressive replay when you take that into consideration. So anyway, he is here and heading on over to the A cap. Now the A cap on this map is, it can make the game or it can break it. What normally happens is a team commits hard to A, they take it, but then they stay there. They stay behind those islands at A and they don't want to leave them. Now, there's no problem with a couple of ships locking down a cap for most of the game because A is a very hotly contested cap most of the time. And you can look right now on the map and see that where that group of enemy ships was last spotted. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 5 ships there. That's almost half of the enemy team. So it looks like there's a fair amount of enemy ships going for A. So fair enough that Gunner's team responds in force. But, oh, and I stop here to get the screenshot for this replay. But again, there's no problem with a lot of ships going to one cap as long as you keep moving. That lion just got the crap knocked out of him by something. But you always want to keep moving. You don't want to stay in one cap because obviously that's not good. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the other half of the friendly team out at the B and C caps. You want to keep going. Alright, so we got Vladivostok, Neptune, and a Buffalo around the corner right here. Neptune is he about on? Yes, he's about on. Gunner opens up on him with a full broadside, but looks like, ooh, by Neptune. Looks like the enemy Neptune is now in reverse, and it just clips him there with an overpin. Now, if the Neptune had not slammed it into reverse so hot, he probably would have eaten more than a few citadels from the Amagi. So, the Amagi, it's, it was one of the few Japanese ships that I was grinding through that I didn't really have much of a problem with. The Congo was the other Japanese battleship that I really did enjoy grinding through. And the Amagi, it's kind of like the pinnacle of the Congo, if you will, because if you look at the Japanese tech line from Congo onward, every ship's just a bigger Congo, and this is the biggest Congo you can get, because after this you get to the old death cucumber in the Izumo. So the Amagi, it was an enjoyable grind, I gotta say that. But the stockhold grind for it was super painful though, because you only have an 18-kilometer range, and you're more often than not up to Tier 10 games, or at least when I was grinding through it. They have at least toned that down a bit now. And with only an 18-kilometer range, that really freaking sucks. But anyway, it's a... Ooh, hold up. Neptune has left his smoke screen for some reason, 11 kilometers away from Gunner. Now, Gunner makes a pretty good move right here. He pops his heal instead of his damage con, because there are so many ships in front of them. The heal will offset the damage from the fire, but if he gets multiple fires set on him, like 2 or more, he can still have the damage con to save him from losing more health, so it's a better trade-off. So Neptune, for some reason, left that smoke screen. I'm not entirely sure why. Ooh, look at that. One lucky shot up the stern. Bye-bye, Neptune. And that was literally... Oh, he detonated him. I didn't notice that the first time I watched this through. So one shell straight up the tailpipe of the Neptune. Hit the magazine. Bye-bye, Neptune. So Buffalo is doing an impressive job of sitting in the open right now. Now, not the best move by Gunner here in this part, but considering what the Amagi is, you can't really bow tank in it, so you had to take the risk of turning around. Buffalo 10 kilometers away, fully broadside to the Amagi. That's a wonderful group there, and goodbye Buffalo's health. I thought he was going to delete him there. My bad. So 1 Citadel, 3 overpins. Pretty good hit on the Buffalo. And his front 2 turrets have reloaded. And HE's coming in. If this even clips him, he's dead. Oh, hi, broadside Vladivostok. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and Gunner gets the kill on the Buffalo. So now what he's managing to do is managing to stay angled enough to where it looks like the shells that are hitting his broadside are bouncing for the most part, although I do believe those are from the Buffalo, not from any other battleship, because the Amagi is definitely more of a battle cruiser than battleship. It's got decent enough armor, but it can't really tank all that much. None of the Japanese battleships can really tank incredibly well, unless you're the Yami at range and you're angled correctly, because up close the Yami, it's, you know, Citadel City for any battleship with decent sized guns. And the Izumo's pretty tough. It's got some great side armor, but yeah, besides that, the Japanese battleship line, not that great for tanking. Alright, now, something to be of note as well, the friendly carrier isn't really doing a whole lot. If you notice, he's been pretty much not CVing right. And I know I'm not really one to say that because I'm not that great of a carrier player either. But if you've been watching what he's been doing, he's been pretty much just throwing his planes away. So, yeah. More on that later. So now you've got a friendly Savorsky Soyuz just got taken out by the enemy Jean Bar. So you got a Bismarck who is backing up. I guess it's maybe was an American battleship player that just hopped on the Bismarck, because the Bismarck actually has a pretty good detection range. And he's well outside of his detection range. If he would just stop firing, he could go dark and just turn around. And granted, he is on fire. You could just wait the fire out, go dark, turn around. But he keeps backing up and firing. Friendly Bismarck, since this Bismarck is in fact bow on, he is firing HE at him. I know I make fun of German battleships when they fire HE, but this is one of the situations where, yeah, you should probably be firing HE, especially since you are in a Bismarck shooting at another Bismarck and you only have 15-inch guns. So other Bismarck finally decided, oh, nope, never mind. I'm really not sure who's spotting him. Because the FDG, I would say him, but he's hiding behind the island. Okay, so he's not firing now. He's no longer burning. So, oh, I see. The destroyer sneaking around the B-cap, the Friesland. That's who's spotting him. Okay. And, gets a non-pin and a bounce on the conning tower and the turret of the Bismarck. So if you look at the score right now, both teams are fairly close on points and ships sunk. So we have a very rare good game so far. Gunner's sitting comfortably around 73,000 damage and 2 ships sunk. Lexington at least, has decided to pop in and say hi and then leave. So that Bismarck, he's still being spotted by the Friesland, who looks like the Friesland is engaging in a Daka off with the Lion. And, he lost. Yep, Friesland's got amazing DPM and a pretty good chance of fire if you build for it, but it's not that sturdy. And when it comes to HE spamming and you're in a destroyer and you're fighting a British battleship, the British battleship's going to win the HE fight. Oh, this Bismarck finally turned around. He's burning away quite nicely, though. Alright, so Gunner is detected. And now, if you'll notice, the eastern flank has completely fallen. The friendly carrier, who is sitting around the I-9 area, he is now starting to move over here. And looks like the whole friendly team is coming to chill in A, which is not the best plan. Because if they all get bottled up in A, it's just going to be shooting fish in a barrel for the enemy team. So, yeah. We'll see where that goes. So, friendly Lexington coming in to get a runoff on the FDG. And let's see what happens here. Because FDG and well-trained battleships are not that... How do I say this? Well-equipped to deal with planes, especially AP bombers. But fortunately, it is a Lexington, so it was just HE. I do believe he did start a fire though on that FDG and get a pretty decent salvo off on him. Yugumo's been spotted. Ooh, that looks like a pretty good salvo right there. Ooh, there's some actual nice dispersion there. Will he hit him? Unfortunately, no. So, again, at this point, the friendly Saipan is still throwing his planes away. If you notice on the minimap, his plane just got shredded by that battleship he was trying to drop on. Oh, by FDG. So, yeah, now the enemy team is ahead by a solid 100 points and then some. Friendly team is down on kills and caps and points, and it's not looking too good for Gunner. Now, Gunner is, of course, in the Tier 8 in this situation, in a stock Tier 8, so he cannot really be that outgoing with what he can do. He can maybe try to push up, but, again, doesn't have the range, doesn't have the armor, doesn't have the hit points to do that. And, HE coming in from the Lion, and that missed, thankfully. He's really delegated to, and, of course, most Tier 8s that are up-tiered have to do this. He's delegated to sitting in the back and just shooting at what he can. Because if he goes out there, he's going to get targeted down hard. It's an easy target, a squishy target too. Oh, Ibuki about 17 kilometers away. Oh, looks like he's opening up. Friendly Hindenburg is trying to get shots off on him as well. Gets out of the way of the Bismarck. Oh, the Bismarck gets out of the way of him. Another reversing Bismarck. And, ooh, pretty good. Yeah, very good salvo there on the Ibuki for about 12,000 and change. So now he's unfortunately parked himself broadside onto a Jean Bar. Not exactly something you would want to park yourself next to. And, of course, the Tier 8 Shokaku keeps making runs on the Jean Bar. He did get some hits off him there. But for the love of God, I have no idea why you in a Tier 8 carrier would want to go after a Jean Bar. I don't know why. It's literally a floating AA platform. But anyway, goodbye, Ibuki, for a Citadel for 6,400 damage. I mean, maybe the Jean Bar is right on top of him, but he's not. He's all the way on the other side of the cap. Now, granted, the friendly CV is spotted because the enemy carrier is now on top of him. And here we are in the situation that we are in now. Friendly team is locked up in A. Enemy team has free roam of the map. So it's now just a matter of time for picking off the friendly team. Keep this in mind too. At this point, all the enemy team has to do to survive. To win is just survive. They don't need to do anything else. They have the cap advantage. They have the ship advantage. They have the point advantage. They do not need to risk themselves at any rate in order to win. They just have to sit back, let the time roll down, and the points roll up, and they will win. Gunner's team, on the other hand, needs to kill some ships, and, oh, well, there goes Hindenburg. But the Hindenburg took out the Zhao. Anyway, Gunner's team has to take out some ships and cap some caps if they want to win. So Gunner's staying back here in his Stakamagi, just doing work. So you got the Jean Bar now closing in on the friendly Georgia. Well, actually, I believe the Georgia is being rather aggressive and closing in on the Jean Bar. And the friendly Shokaku is still determined to take on the Jean Bar. And yep, watch his planes just get melted. Let's see what's going to happen here. The Jean Bar, very good bow armor. Oh, not very good bow armor. Very good bow on type of ship. Great reload on her guns. Very accurate guns on that too. And overpin. I don't know, overpin. Bounce and a pin. And Georgia doesn't have that great of armor, but she has some great secondaries, and she's really fast and decent AA as well. So it looks like they're just nibbling off of each other. So now we're under 5 minutes left. Friendly team is, they're about to be 200 points behind. And what's going on with that Jean Bar? Ooh, that's a pretty good looking salvo, and there we go. Manages to take out the Jean Bar and save that Georgia's life right there. So that just gave Gunner's team a little cushion and some more time to work with, although they do only have about 3 minutes left. And again, still all the enemy team has to do is survive. That's all they have to do to win. And then there's this guy over here in this Lion, 12 kilometers away, looking a little nosy. It's like the Vladivostok has run aground, or is sitting in between those two little sandbars at the B cap. Booster is trying to burn the Bismarck, and he's not succeeding that one. That Bismarck looks like he's just been shuffling back and forth this entire match in that spot, and he's still firing HE, by the way. Now, friendly Georgia just took out the enemy Vladivostok, and the points gap is now quickly closing. Wooster completely still, 19 kilometers away. He's getting his guns on, and he starts to reverse, compensates for the movement, and lets the shells fly. Buffalo's radar now revealing the Lion and the Yugamo that the Buffalo just clipped. And that's a very low health Yugamo. And hello, Lion. So now, that could have been much worse. Now Gunner has to deal with a Lion from 6 kilometers away. Granted, the Lion is pretty dang broadside to Gunner. I don't know why he came around the corner like this. And let's see what happens here. Ow! Big hit there on the Lion. About 16,000 damage and Citadel damage. Turns the ship around to get his other turrets on target. And no Citadel, but an overpin. Ow. 18,000 damage from the Lion to Gunner's Citadel. There go those Amagi secondaries. Amagi does actually have quite a few secondaries, and they are pretty decent if you build into them. Lion go around the corner. Can he get another Citadel off of him? Yes, he can. Only 2,000 health left on that Lion. All the carrier has to do to take out this Lion is just tag him with his rocket planes. That is literally all he has to do, and that will give Gunner's team the points lead they need in order to win. So the Booster is still hiding behind that island, trying to survive as the Buffalo is trying to whittle through him. Pops his damage con there from a fire from the Yugamo. Here comes the Shokaku, and how do you miss that shot? How? I don't know. Gunner gets a ricochet off of the Lion's turret. Secondaries going off again. Bismarck takes out the Lion, and Gunner manages to avoid the torpedoes from the Yugamo. And just like that, Gunner's team is now in the lead with only one cap. They went from having a ship disadvantage to now having the ship advantage. So needless to say, these ships that were previously at A are now hauling to get to B in order to stop the points game. There's a minute left now on the clock, and there's this Yugamo and the enemy Lexington that's somewhere. Now the carrier has decided that it's more important to go and spot the enemy Lexington that I'm pretty sure no one is within gun range of just yet. The Bismarck doesn't have that much range, and the Lexington is more than likely not where he's last spotted. He's probably hiding somewhere in C or somewhere around A1 by now. Those torpedoes thankfully run out before the Buffalo hits them. So what that friendly carrier is doing isn't really helping anybody. But now the Yugamo smoke has cleared, and you can easily spot the Yugamo or even take him out. Yugamo only has about 1,000 health left anyway. But thankfully, the friendly ship's moving into the B cap and pausing the points gain, and now flipping it is enough to get Gunner's team up and over the 1,000 points boundary. And let's see if this Yugamo is going to poke his head out, or if he's just going to stay concealed the entire rest of the match. And, well, looks like he's going to stay concealed. So, for all of his troubles, Gunner finishes number 1 on the team in a tier 10 game. Finishes with over 2,400 base XP, which is extremely impressive in a stock tier 8 ship, no premium consumables, and a 3-point commander. He accomplished all of that by playing smart, hanging back, taking the shots he knew he could do well on, and just playing a safe game. And thankfully, it all worked out with his team staying cooped up in A. Hey, sometimes it works. You get lucky, and with a pretty lackluster carrier on their team too, they still managed to pull this one off. And I was really impressed when I saw this match, because I remember those days of grinding through stock tier 8 ships, and oh, how it sucked. But Gunner, my hat's off to you. You did very, very well, dude. He finished with just under 140,000 damage. 1 kill shy of Kraken Unleashed. But, I mean, hey, 4 kills in a tier 10 game with a stock tier 8 ship. That's pretty much a Kraken in my book. I mean, just, Lord, that was... I really enjoyed watching that. So, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. And also, if you have a replay you'd like to send in, the link is in the description down below as well. Feel free to send whatever you got in. Also, we are maybe over 5,000 subscribers by now. I don't know. As of me recording this commentary, we're at 9,000. We're at 9,320. I think. We've had so much growth recently, and it goes up so much that I really can't keep track anymore. But anyway, thank you guys for that, and please subscribe. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, and if we're already over 5,000 subscribers, thank you guys for that. But I'm not really sure if we're going to be there just yet. But anyway, guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're having a great Wednesday so far, although this does come out like 2 o'clock in the morning for some people. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope to catch all of you guys in the next one.